Ladies and gentlemen, this is What the Show. We're here to, talk some bullshit. We don't have a topic tonight. However, we do have some familiar faces. Our usual band of misfits will be here in our entirety tonight. I am joined right now by Mike Deacon. How are you doing tonight, Mike?
I am doing fantastic. I've started a new career. As you can see, I am now the president of the No Jeffs Club. And there is room for one Jeff. It's just not Jeff Alterman. So anybody who is interested in joining the No Jeffs Club, you can just DM me on Twitter or something like that. It's going to be an exclusive club, and it's all going to be about why we think Jeff is a jabroni. There's going to be weekly meetings. Occasionally, there's going to be beef jerky at these meetings.
Hey, wait! I heard we were talking about Jeff tonight. I'm here for Jeff.
So you guys are you're my What the Show family. We're a live stream co-host family. You do know that I'm co-hosting a podcast with Jeff, right? He's a nice guy. He's a pretty cool.
He talks airbud. Like he's a pretty cool guy. I'm pro Jeff. I don't know what this one's about.
Jeff is a jabroni, a grade A jabroni.
All Jeffs. Jeff,
The Iron Sheik said it best. He's a jabroni.
What about Jeff Raleigh from Tony Hawk Pro Skater?
What about Jeff Goldblum?
No, those Jeffs are cool.
And that one's a Geoff too.
We're allowed to have one.
Oh, but that was more than one.
Well, one of them can join the club.
All right. Well, I guess I'll be. Thanks, boss. By the way, if you guys didn't know, Mike's in charge of all this stuff, so we're just basically at his whim tonight, and all of this random Jeff hate. But you know what? Let's bring in another member of What the Show. One of our most valued people, one of my favorite people on God's green earth. You might have just seen him on the Outlaw Nation YouTube channel, and that's all what it is. But he's a good person. He's a great guy. He's a great guitar player. He's Justin the Juice.
Oh, now that's a good Jeff right there. That's a quality Jeff.
Yeah.
How's it going, homie?
Doing fantastic.
See, this is somebody who.
What are we? What are we talking about tonight?
We don't have a topic. There are many topics, but we don't have one.
So a usual show. Love it.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's pretty much it.
I felt like wearing my I went and got some Philly cheesesteak Hot Pockets I can't wait to eat. I am eating currently, but not those. That'll be a delicious dessert. I'm wearing my Philly shirt. I'm just really in a Philadelphia mood. I don't know why. I don't know what it was. I just was, drinking a Manhattan, which is close to Philly. It's
What was that?
Don't worry about it.
What was that?
It's a weird glitch in the system.
So
I've seen that face before.
I co-host a podcast that's going to be dropping within the next week or two. With let's just do this. Jeff Alterman, how are you doing tonight?
Is he doing here?
Always a pleasure, Jeff. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Mike. Hi, Bethany. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see all three of you, plus Mike.
It's good to see you too, man.
Heineken. Yeah, nice to see you.
There ain't nothing in the rule book that says you can't invite a Jeff Alterman.
Well, it's true. It's not.
There's so many ways.
We're not on Talk Nolan.
Yeah.
Drink.
There's
everyone.
so many ways to spell Jeff too. Like Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, I know.
Jeff Alterman. It's a different name, but it's the same name.
Yeah.
It's inconceivable.
Same name.
It's crazy.
Same, but different. Same, but different.
So
Jeff Franco,
Mike,
by the
what's with
way,
the face?
if you see him in movies coming up, that's just James Franco with a mustache.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
So, for anybody tuning
Mike,
in today and not accustomed to our usual weirdness, we just we drink, we bullshit, we have some fun. Anything that we have for donations to the channel do go 100% to charity. That's going to be streamlabs.com/whattheshow/tip. I'm going to be putting that in the chat. And with everybody doing their awesome projects with Ben Goddard's 24 to 500 plus hour stream that he's got going on, with so many awesome things to support in this community. Honestly, guys, it's a if you want to kind of thing. Anything that you donate to us does go 100% to charity, and this month's charity is the Trevor Project. Are you guys familiar with the Trevor Project? Everybody on screen? Yeah. Well, hey, for anybody who's watching and isn't familiar with all isn't familiar with all the awesome stuff the Trevor Project does. The Trevor Project is founded on this one principle. LGBTQ youth are about 4 times more likely to attempt suicide than straight youth. But in that same survey, they found this statistic that if they had one person who supported them, they were 30% less likely to have a suicide attempt. So the Trevor Project stands in and puts in counseling so that there is that one person in a youth's life, possibly. So it's an awesome nonprofit. Of any major nonprofit, it does one of the best jobs of making sure that every single dollar goes towards actually helping the people they aim to. So once again, 100% of our donations for the month of June, for Pride Month, will be going to the Trevor Project. So let's talk some beer, let's talk some bullshit, let's have some fun tonight, guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I like all of those things.
Yeah. That sounds pretty good.
I'm into it.
Tuesday
I think
night.
we're seeing some Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets.
I just got in from seeing In the Heights.
It really bugs me that
What's
really
happening?
bugs
How
me that his
is
box of Hot Pockets is just. Please tell me that box
It's
of Hot Pockets is
thawing.
like empty
Are we-
and not just
Are we
thawing. Yeah, because they're
sponsored by Hot
microwavable.
Pockets?
Can anybody smell meat, like warm room temperature frozen meat in juices?
A little bit.
I pulled them out right before the show. I bought them today. I thought about emptying it, but I thought it'd be a little too less authentic if it was just a box. But they'll thaw for like 2 hours or an hour. I'll throw them right back in.
You live in Wisconsin. It's always snowing, right?
Did
Is
you
that
buy
how-
them
is that
knowing?
how it works?
Did you buy them and intentionally like find a Phillies shirt, or did you just have a Phillies shirt like on hand? Like,
Wouldn't
how did that
you
work out
like
today?
to know, Jeff?
Well,
I would. I would. That's that's why I fucking asked, Mike.
You're really honest.
I don't
tonight, right?
think there's any correlation
I'm-
between all of those things and anything else.
Oh, there! Look at that jabroni.
I'm so sorry, Jeff. I wanted to talk about like movie news.
Hey, my boy.
I want to talk about like movie news tonight.
You know who Jeff is? Jeff is the Dwayne Robertson of real life. He's like everybody else is playing hockey, and he's got a lasso, and he's cowboy lasso.
Listen, I don't think it's fair to put that on Jeff. I think he's better than Dwayne.
He's like breaking all the rules, belongs in the penalty box, possibly banned from
Oh, yeah.
sport.
I had to Google who Dwayne Robinson was.
Oh, you still haven't seen
That's
D2,
right.
have
Jeff,
you?
you're still
I
behind.
I've only doing.
Dude, who is Dwayne
Dwayne
Robertson?
Robertson, I
Yes!
I love Dwayne. Jeff,
Jeff, you gotta watch Mighty
we
Ducks
need to
too.
do a watch along so you can get
So-
caught up.
We got
Mighty
a
Ducks.
few of them. Ben said before that we need to coordinate with him. He'll come on for a money plane watch along. Eventually, we're gonna do a Mortal Kombat Annihilation watch along. Yeah, I'm down for all
So
sorts.
many watch-alongs
And
It's
to
just
come.
life's gotten
also-
busy again.
I learned last night that Ben Bateman has never seen Drive Angry. And I'm like, oh, we got to change that.
We need to walk this back just 1 second real quick, guys. 1 second real quick. So apparently at one point, Mr. Ben Bateman agreed to come on for a watch-along of Money Plane. There are 10 people watching this live right now on Twitter, on YouTube. 9. There are 9 people watching this live on YouTube right now. If any of us can just all go on Twitter, and anybody catching this on the replay, and ask Ben Bateman when he's coming on What the Show for a Money Plane watch-along, that would be the greatest belated birthday present that any of us could give him.
That is.
We have been waiting for this watch along. We still have not watched it.
Yeah,
We have been waiting for
I
this.
want to go in blind.
Yeah, I get it. Just like how you went in blind on the second Air Bud movie.
What point did I?
Spoilers, Jeff. Spoilers.
What point did I go?
No, it's fine. So Drive Angry, by the way, he hasn't seen Drive Angry. Drive Angry is a Nicolas Cage film that was theatrically released, which means it will be
eligible.
asked in the Schmo at some point. It's eligible. Gotta get that Nicolas Cage. What is it? Patrick Lussier directing, William Fichtner as the devil or whoever. Yeah, I remember.
William Fichtner in that movie is fantastic.
I feel like
He's
we need
great.
Sure, there is the Drive Angry question.
Can you look at the credits? Is that Patrick Lussier who directed it? Can you tell me?
It is, yeah.
Sounds right,
Fuck
yeah.
Hell yeah. I forget who he is, but I remember that name.
Wow.
Something, Jeff.
I think he did My Bloody Valentine 3D.
Yes, he did. That's how I know that name.
My wife is in the chat here asking if this is a Jeff roast. Inadvertently, it turned out to be. This is what happens when people get lazy and don't have another topic on hand.
Yes, it is.
A Jeff
You think you're
roast?
insulting us back? No. This is not a split roast. This is a Jeff roast.
There are many Jeffs that could be roasted, but not that Jeff.
That man can do no wrong.
Oakland is a national treasure, so.
And it's like, God.
I mean, he can do some wrong. He did accept a role in Independence Day Resurgence.
I watched about 45 minutes of
Everyone needs a third house.
I believe that was not an unpaid internship, if you catch what I'm talking about. Yeah. I believe everything that you could ever criticize any actor about, for the most part, unless it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they got paid.
True. True.
Yeah.
We love a paycheck.
Yeah.
They got paid more for one job than I ever got paid. If you ever saw them on screen, like they beat any paycheck that I ever got, most likely.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, that's.
So that's the show.
That said,
everybody have a great night.
Yeah, everyone have a great night.
So, I've actually found in the past couple of weeks something that's amazed me.
Jeff, is your handle the Ringer reference?
Yes, it is.
Honey Knoxville.
This was like, hold on.
I was like, I need to get to the bottom of this immediately.
My name is Jeffy, and I like apples. Name a movie. Name any movie. Jaws. That's a great
movie.
I don't know what's happening right now. I've never seen it.
You probably would hate it. You'd probably hate it.
I don't think that it would play well at all today. I don't think it played well when it came out.
It didn't.
No.
You know when that came out? That came out when I worked at the movie theater.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, 2005. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand why you would not want to ever watch that movie, but oh man.
I was
There's some funny lines.
I was quietly thinking, is this the Ringer, or is this something that I blocked out from music?
No, it's absolutely the Ringer.
I want to know what fancy concoction you made for yourself.
Yeah,
wait.
Wow.
When the fuck did we get ice cream?
Yes. So let me finish.
When the fuck did we get ice cream?
Oh, here we go. Shaking it
Finish
up.
the
Shaking up the stir.
Now I'm gonna start Googling quotes to that movie because I forget some of them, and there were some good ones.
Well, we just got all the ones that I know.
Yeah.
Ooh, I overfilled.
So clap.
You scratched my CD.
Oh,
Katherine
great one.
Heigl and Johnny Knoxville. Hey, if it from my understanding, there was like they definitely had like the Special Olympics were actually like involved in the production of the film.
They were.
they actually had some real Special
Yeah.
Olympics athletes. They were awesome.
Not just
Actually,
the actors,
about
they
that.
were
Yeah.
the secondary
That-
characters. Yeah.
Like, right, you can criticize a lot of that stuff, but it's like I feel like it did for like actually like if you really watch that movie, you come to appreciate like everything in that whole vein or that whole world.
From Johnny Knoxville.
Right.
Like-
but like
You scratched
But-
my CD. You picked
Yeah.
it up in pure daylight and you scratched it. Do it again, you'll be admiring my butt from the pavement with a straw.
Yeah.
and most of the actors were special needs. It's like they all got to be in a movie and like
Yeah.
have a lot of fun doing it and like
And they knew exactly they knew exactly what Johnny Knoxville had done in the past because the tagline is only a jackass would fix the Special Olympics.
yeah.
Yep.
Jeff, was this your life story?
Look, I like apples.
He likes that.
So-
And apparently they were all easier to work with than Bam Margera.
I'm sure.
Well, yeah.
That's not
Well,
difficult.
none of them got fired.
Yeah.
Unlike Bam Margera.
Oh,
Hey,
Bam
look, hopefully
Margera.
Bam Margera is doing okay. I know that he's going through a whole lot of stuff at the moment. But yeah, I think he's
Wait,
trying to
that's
like get the money to
fantastic.
film a competing Jackass movie, but without the Jackass people.
Oh God.
Impressive.
It's
They
just
all
like
think he
it's
makes
like the
it
Andy
right.
Signore like Screen Junkies replacements of the Jackass world.
Oh man,
Is that not going to play well?
Oh.
Should we edit that out in post?
And for the audio.
For the audio listeners, you didn't hear that.
If a really conservative version of Jackass comes out starring Bam Margera and I don't know, fucking Matt Gaetz and Ben Shapiro, then everything that I've said here is validated.
Yeah, okay, that's great.
Now,
I don't know about Matt
We're known for
Gaetz. I
being,
feel like he's going to be in jail by the time that project comes together.
Yeah, and I'm Matt Gaetz, and this is asshole.
you know who else is an asshole?
That's what he says to his prison bunkmate. Anyways,
Okay, so
Um,
politics are also a drinking rule on the show, so when you get that shit out of here, that's on me.
look at you drinking a weapon.
Twisted Tea, this machine destroys fascists. Fuck,
Just
did it again.
I can't. I've never had Twisted Tea, but I watched a motherfucker kill a motherfucker with a Twisted Tea before.
I did not kill him.
All right, he didn't kill him, but
He
I
just
mean, he
knocked
definitely
him
killed
out.
whatever pride he may have
You
had.
taught him a lesson.
He taught him a lesson he'd never forget.
That's
That
a
is a
gift
straight-
we need. Let me
That's
see if I can-
that, a Twisted Tea to the
gift that
head
we
is
need.
more lethal than any Four Loko.
Gifts we need, though. Gifts we need.
Here in these trying times of
Yeah, I can't believe I'm like scrolling back to see
Wait.
like, how do I missed Jeff Goldblum shirtless as a picture to pull up? Like, there's no
Sean
way.
Wingblade. The Ringer was my wife and I's very first date, and we're still together in spite of it.
I owned it on DVD, which means it's
True
somewhere in
love,
my
guys.
house.
What a shock. Jeff owns a movie that is considered controversial on DVD. What a shock.
Hey, I don't own every controversial film on DVD. Like, I don't own Solo yet.
Yet.
Never-
Yet.
Can't
Nation Pride, I'm sure you own it.
Anyways, can we just watch the Mike
Wait.
Love video?
So controversial films. I do need to see. Jeff, do you own The Passion of the Christ on DVD?
Oh, there it is.
I've never watched The Passion of the Christ.
But do you own it on DVD?
No. Also, I buy
Why
Blu-rays.
would you own that on
Do you own it on Blu-ray?
Who
I
bought
don't
that?
It's an
No one-
uplifting
No.
film. about fate.
I only own
brutally
I only
murder
own 2 Mel Gibson directed films, and neither of them are his magnum opus on Christ.
Is one Apocalypto?
No, actually, it's not. That's the other one I haven't seen of his.
Was it
Yep,
Beach
it's
movie?
Hacksaw Ridge and it's Braveheart. That's what I own of his.
Okay.
That he's directed, I mean.
Wait, no, it's really Fox.
Braveheart is being covered by the cheesesteaks and Drive Angry.
Can we please go refrigerate those juices? It's making me very
I got to do a
nervous.
recataloging of all my
They'll be
Blu-rays. Put them into an actual spreadsheet.
I'll be fine.
That Mike Love video. Can we just watch that, please?
Oh, yeah. All right. I have it pulled up. So I'm going to share my screen here.
We're ready.
right,
I
now
know
I
you
have-
guys were talking
Hold
about
on,
it. You were
we
very
need to preface
excited.
this first.
So I got to do
we
share
actually-
screen.
We went to a
Tab.
concert and saw what is the current Beach Boys. And in the encore, we're treated to this gem, which immediately became my favorite song. And they played this very music video behind them as they were playing it live.
I'd also like to preface this by saying, yeah, like this was an encore song. So they just played 2 of their biggest songs. Like they just played like Good Vibration and Surfing USA, you know, like classic Beach Boys stuff. And they were like, this song's going to top that. Jeff, take it away.
I need someone to approve the screen share.
So I can.
All right, ready?
do that.
All right.
And
I'm
I have the audio.
okay with pausing if you need to. So,
Everyone get really hyped. This is the greatest song you'll ever hear. Because when you think who's going to take us out of this pandemic, it's obviously going to be Beach Boys.
We all remember when school is out was a cause for celebrations. Nobody ever even thought about closing down entire nations.
Sure didn't.
Washing hands and wearing
Right there,
masks.
right there. Jeff, pause.
Not even Halloween.
Is that John Stamos?
Is that John Stamos?
This is the moment when you think to yourself, "Is that John Stamos?" And then you are correct.
It is
Yes.
And we saw John Stamos play this live because he was.
If you're ever thinking to yourself, "Is that John Stamos?" You're usually wrong. This is one of the times you're ever right.
It's John Stamos.
All right,
I
resume.
love the Beach Boys, but what really brought it was all the cameos on Full House. So
oh yeah.
True. All right, roll up beautiful beans on it.
Shaking hands is a thing of the past due to social distancing. People are wondering how long it'll last. As the saying goes, this too shall pass.
So the thing is, if you listen to the lyrics, I can't tell if they were like what side of this they're on. Like if they're like, I don't know which one of them. I don't know which one of them would wear a mask into Whole Foods and which one would like.
Oh, Mike Love 100% would not.
Oh, he's not wearing a mask.
Yeah, so. All right, we could tell.
My thoughts exactly, Jeff.
I'm just trying to collect my thoughts.
There's a lot to digest right now.
So wait a minute. So the Beach Boys, along with John Stamos, all from each of their own homes together,
Yes.
they recorded this song called
Correct.
"This Too Shall Pass." I can't tell. Is this pro or anti-mask? I'm trying to figure.
We're
No,
not certain.
We don't know. They
I
could
think
all be
both
on
sides
different
with the argument.
sides.
Both sides
Because
with
like,
it.
because
I'm
the name is "This
saying-
Too Shall Pass." They're saying it will pass, but also they're saying let's have fun again. So it sounds like there's conflicting messages.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about the lyrics.
when did it come out?
Listen to me when I speak, you
Boys
bitch.
write a pandemic song. They're not. If it's not in their wheelhouse,
By the way, Randy Newman also wrote one.
and it's equally as bad.
Wait,
Wondering.
I'm giving you a bathroom break soon,
I
but
know
I'm
there's
going
been
to
a
hear
few
that
out
Randy.
there.
This is a whole new subgenre.
It's a whole new
music.
subgenre. We never knew we
Pandemic.
needed.
There are other songs that are like this that people have made recently, aren't there?
Yeah.
There are a few of them.
I'm going to need to step away for a second. You guys resume.
In the meantime, people, there can be no doubt. Lots of folks deserve a big shout out. First First responders and the National Guard, doctors and nurses all working real hard. It's kind of like the
John Stamos made you a sign, doctors and
unto
nurses.
others, it's good for the soul. All 50 states with a unified goal. God bless America, that's how we roll.
Can we pause here? This is the most epic American
That
thing
was the
ever
best.
to make it all about us. Like, this was a global pandemic, and we're like, 50 states, God bless America. What? What is this global pandemic? It's the
That
most
was the-
American thing I've ever heard.
That was the best 5 seconds of my life.
And talks about that freeze frame with John Stamos. This is a sincere song. Will.
God
Sadly.
bless America,
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
what is that?
That's it. That's the
that's
peak.
how we roll.
Life doesn't get better after you see that.
They did this, and like this was on sincerity. Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
No, Will, this isn't a parody.
People are wondering how long it'll last. As the saying goes, this too shall pass. Well, I believe the best is yet to come. So let's get back to having fun, fun, fun in the sun.
Oh, yeah.
We're turning lemons into lemonade. Just be cautious, don't be afraid.
The backup singer only gets to sing that.
All right, so
Yeah.
just it's a really profound lyric. We're turning lemons into lemonade.
Love it.
What do you think he meant by that?
Well, that's a great question, and I think historians for years will talk about this in music classes. I think he means that he is turning lemons, this sour situation, into a positive situation by making this song with little cardboard signs. It's like, "We love you, doctors." That's what I think.
See,
Mhm.
I think they went to Whole Foods without a mask on. Bought some lemons.
Oh, he definitely did.
Can we also just talk about the fact that, like, this is not singing? Like, Mike Love was like, I'm going to say some words and we're going to put it to a beat and we're going to call it a song. He's like, hello, wearing masks, and it's not even Halloween.
We're turning lemons into
Lemonade.
So, everybody in the chat who's hanging out with us, let us know your interpretations. We're going to be bringing up comments on the screen, but once again, any donations to streamlabs.com/whatsshow/tip pinned up there. We're going to the Trevor Project. Let's go.
If you have thoughts about what
Here we
turning
go.
lemons into lemonade means.
Do what the doctors recommend. The sooner we do, this pandemic will end.
Yeah.
Guitar solo.
Guitar solo.
Guitar solo. time.
Oh, that's my shit.
People are wondering how long it'll last. As the saying goes, this too shall pass. Well, I believe the best is yet to come. So let's get back to having fun, fun, fun in the sun.
All right, I need you to look at this real quick, okay? So I've been noticing that throughout this video, they're in these split screens, they have sometimes two different ones of two different angles of John Stamos playing the guitar, the drums.
Yeah.
However, in these last few seconds,
There's multiple ones.
you see multiple Mike Loves, but
No,
one of
wait.
them is singing,
I
and
gotta
the other one is
interrupt
just
this.
staring intensely at the camera. Look
Jeff?
at this thing. Look at him. Ready? Look in the bottom left.
Back to having
Look at him staring.
fun in the sun.
Yes, that
And
happened.
it comes off the thing. Like, it didn't even finish.
It's not in sync.
They just needed one. They needed one
They
more.
couldn't
They're like,
even
what do we
crop
put
it.
there?
I couldn't
Oh,
even
what's
crop
the
it
blue
properly.
this?
Look at that. Look at this. They couldn't even crop it.
This is the best part about this. John Stamos put this together. Like, he's the director of this video. Stamos made this.
You can thank. You can thank.
He's
Uncle
not a good
Jeff
director.
for this. It's acting, buddy.
Well, I mean, how many times have you been about to like sit down and watch a trailer for like the next big blockbuster, and you saw from director John Stamos?
Look, this is the best thing that John Stamos has ever done not including that time that he was in Full House and he did a Beach Boys song in Japan where he just sang a bunch of card names.
That's fair.
We should do a Full House retrospective.
Yeah, we should.
To having fun in the
sun.
Dang it.
That's the stare. It's over.
Yeah.
Go back to like 3 seconds left in the video.
What?
3 seconds left in the video. Stamos doesn't realize they're done playing and is continuing.
You're so
see-
good. Oh my gosh.
Have any of you guys ever?
And he put this video together. He could have edited that out.
Have you guys ever like played drums in a church worship band? Like
Many times.
Yeah, you know what it's like.
That's right up
You're
your
just
alley.
zoned out.
You're going, and then all of a sudden,
Oh shit! It's over. That's exactly that moment.
This is like Mike Love's worship band.
I was about to say, I relate to that so much because, like, yeah, you're just playing, you're not even paying attention, and all of a sudden the song ends. You're like,
Who knew that you would ever have something in common with John Stamos? Here you go. This is your time.
Yeah.
We're pretty glad we got to share that gift with all of you, but unfortunately, for those of you who don't know, we do have to turn in a little early tonight, so 2 of us are going to be signing off. But thanks y'all for watching. Bethany and I will see you.
Anytime I can share terrible pandemic songs with you, it's a good time. So
Mike, Bethany, let people know where they can find you.
Well, you can find it on
right
YouTube.
here.
I will plug. I was just on Bobby G's new show called Picture Perfect. It just dropped a couple of hours ago on YouTube. Definitely check that out. We talked about the Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. So yeah, if you want to find something else.
Also, can I plug a great upcoming show that maybe 2 people on screen are going to be in, which is the Airbud Cinematic Universe, in which you'll have to wait for episode 2 to listen to my hot takes on Airbud. But get excited because we may have also talked a little, Kids' Choice Award controversy. So
There's some Kids' Choice Awards controversy. That's basically the theme of the podcast so far. Mike, Bethany, you guys have a great night. It's such a pleasure.
Teenage Witch.
We love you so much. So yeah, the other thing with streamlabs.com/whattheshow/tip is any donation, $1 will get you the link. I actually had to send Geoff $1 to come on here tonight. So if you want to come on, hang out with us, we want to talk some whether or not John Stamos would wear a mask into a Trader Joe's, anything like that.
I do want to share something else with you. What's this
Brittany
called?
knows the ABCU.
The automaton that I was talking about earlier that my wife heard because I pulled up Juice when you were on John Roca's stream playing the exchange, and she heard the keytar, but she heard it from the other room in bed, and she didn't know what she was hearing because like from afar it doesn't necessarily sound like a keytar.
No, and I was using like a horn sound too. So
she was like, "This sounds like an automaton," and AJ doesn't know what an automaton is, so she sent me this link, and we're gonna watch it now.
Yeah.
Preface
before I bring this up. I have played musical instruments for 15 years, so I have no idea what the fuck this is.
Pretty much same.
Yeah. So let's add this to the stream.
Oh my gosh. That's what it sounded.
That's not what that is. Are those actually making those noises?
Oh man.
What's so?
Are those actually making those noises?
Yes, like it.
How
Those
much
sounds
do
are
they-
coming from it.
How much do those cost?
Hold on. You know what? Give me a. Hold on.
I am
We're about to find out.
You just made the lives of everybody that I see on a daily basis that much worse.
All right, ready? I'm sharing my screen. Can you We're
Yeah.
gonna look at this together. We're gonna look this up together.
Oh, there's more?
No, I mean, there's
Okay.
plenty more of these sort of things. I just meant this is just the ringer. But let's go to Amazon.
What kind of fucked up nightmare in which how were they birthed?
Hold on.
Who does this?
All right, so it could be like $50. It could be like $30.
Okay, so not cost prohibitive, but I need to think this out for a second for what I really need.
Yeah, like you get $50 with Kirby.
Whoa. That could be worth it.
So, next Schmodown live event,
So are you
the Roca plays.
Are you,
The Finstock Exchange music starts, and then we
Alright.
all have these.
so you're blowing into it, or are you like a kazoo, or are you like pressing buttons?
Can you hear the
within it?
sound? Can you hear
Not
the
right
sound
now.
on this one? I don't. Yeah, I didn't select the sound.
Let
Hold on.
me try.
I just gotta stop this. I gotta stop that, and then I'm gonna reshare it with the sound, so that way.
It's like it looked like you were squeezing to make specific
Yeah, it's like
sounds,
a-
but all of those have like blowholes.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, John Roca, if you're watching this, seriously, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. With all due respect.
I don't know what that means, but pull up the screen.
Okay.
Oh,
I was talking about multiple $50 investments.
Russia.
You like Rasputin?
Oh, that's a banger.
All right, hold on. Actually, I think it's a very good question. We need to actually automaton how to use.
Make
Let's
it-
what,
Yeah.
We're going to
right,
comment
here we
on a
go.
full tutorial.
All right,
How
pineapple,
about-
pineapple juice or whatever. Yeah.
this
No,
one. here,
Rob
this-
Scallions. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, and also
I
it's
know
got a
him
million
great.
views.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the second channel. And this video is just going to be to like riff on it, but you got about a little bit more than an octave, and so I think that's like a G sharp. That's what I based automaton
Yeah, that
metal
sounds like a
off
G.
of. And then from
Let me get the guitar.
so you got about an octave
Oh.
and then a little bit more to deal with, but that's just on the mid setting. But I guess I'll get to that in a second. So other than the touchpad, the
I wanted
main,
you to tap
attraction to this
tap
instrument is the
harmonics
mouth
like
at the bottom,
Dragon
and it
Force,
is just
like-
a speaker.
Okay, so the
I've
mouth's
seen-
the speaker, so you have to clench the mouth in order for it to really make noise, and you slide.
Yeah, you got to squeeze the mouth like you're pinching cheeks there, and then like the actual the shaft of the music note you're gonna just be sliding your finger up and down on.
This is the most annoying thing in the world that hasn't been punched in the face by Floyd Mayweather.
Oh man,
Yeah, how did that go?
apparently not
Oh.
well.
Yeah, right.
Conor McGregor, it was rough. Was there another one?
Yeah,
Is that our video?
apparently not well.
Yeah, right.
Conor McGregor, it was rough. Was there another one?
Yeah.
So we're gonna just start doing a little reaction thing right here.
Yeah, right.
Conor McGregor, you. So this is me stammering over my own words. Another one.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just start doing a little reaction thing right here.
Yeah, right.
Conor McGregor, you. So this is me stammering over my own words. Another one.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just start doing a little reaction thing
I
right
can't do
here.
this anymore.
Apparently, I'm the only person with volume on their microphone. So for the audio listeners, I sincerely apologize.
Am I loud?
Yeah, I hear you.
I always try to adjust my audio volume if it's too loud. Like, is this a little better? I just lowered it by like 25%.
I noticed no difference.
Yeah, I did.
I just
Seriously, I was at like a 50. Do you hear like any sort of a difference? I'm changing my mic volume in the settings on StreamYard right now. You don't hear any difference?
nah.
What the fuck? Okay.
I don't even know. No, I need to get the mic set up that you have because I have like a professional mic. The problem is the stand I have is like
Oh yeah, I got
covers
this.
half
I
my
got this.
face.
I have one of these stands, and I have it it's viced onto a bookshelf right here. And then if that doesn't work, I can always just I can take it off and I can just have a normal
Oh, nice.
stand like this.
What about like a stream where like Juice and I we both hold the mic like we're singing karaoke the entire time?
Let me
Like,
change
just-
my mic over to
It's-
because when I would do those Schmodown scenes, I would use this mic, which is much better and clear. But I'd have to hold it, and then he's always like, "All right." At the end of every promo, I'm like, "Gosh, all right, now play the keytar." I'm like grabbing the keytar with one hand, setting the mic down with the other.
You just gotta get a
The
better
most annoying thing, but yeah, I need to get a better setup.
I mean, like at the
Oh,
very least, if you just have like a stand with like a kickstand, you don't even have like
Yeah,
one of
that's
those.
true. I never even thought about that. No. I thought I was going to need
What's
to get the whole boom.
Wait, hey, by the way, right now, how is your mic currently set up? Because you just picked up both your hands and your mic is staying in place.
No, it's just
It has a stand. You don't need to move it.
yeah, but it's like covering half my face. I feel like it'd be annoying.
Yeah. The thing is, though, that happens with some people. You're gonna have to deal with it. Like, look at this. Mine's all over the fucking place all the time. I'm constantly moving it. It doesn't really matter.
Wait, but
yours.
So, microphone talk will return in a second. We just got a Streamlabs donation from Mr. Joey Burrows for $5 saying, and I quote, Boondock Saints greater than symbol Con Air. And well, I agreed to give anybody the link. I can't support love for Boondock Saints.
That's true.
Especially over Con Air.
Con Air.
It's a class.
My God. So they have you guys been following up with Ben Goddard's his subathon, his thing?
I popped in like 2 or 3 times. I know I saw on Twitter that like I didn't realize his subathon included like a whole part where he just slept and kept the camera on him, and he called it the True Ben Show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great.
That's fun.
They did cocktails and casting with the movie guys and Sabrina on there, and they were doing this whole thing for having some cocktails and talking about who you'd recast for Con Air specifically last night. And for Nicolas Cage's character, I'm really pissed off that nobody picked Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
That's a good choice.
Yeah.
I would choose Nicolas Cage today. I would choose the Nicolas Cage of today.
Nice. It's Mandy, but it's also Con Air.
No, you know what? I would choose Kyle MacLachlan specifically as Mr. C from Twin Peaks: The Return.
Okay.
Have you watched Twin Peaks: The Return?
I have not watched any Twin Peaks content except for maybe some clips.
It's a very weird role.
Okay.
But it's the closest thing to like what that role requires while still being very Lynchian and weird.
So I'm pretty familiar with David Lynch otherwise. So you're saying this is weird?
So here's Twin Peaks: The Return. I also just said it because it was right there and within arm's grasp.
Okay.
You have him as Dale Cooper, which was his main character from the original series. This is him as Mr. C. And then you open it up, and there's him as Dougie. His character's name is Dougie in that one too. And they're all the same person, and yet
that's fantastic. And if you do it like don't do it so much that you see the ear, just white, like right there, like Danzig right there.
Danzig, like Glenn Danzig, Veronica.
Yeah, if you get to the point where it's just like you don't see the other ear, it looks like Danzig because the head is wide enough and the hair is mullet enough.
Yeah,
So,
you know what's funny is the other day,
I
was in a call or in a Zoom thing, and I was told that this coming week I get to talk about a movie of my choice. And I said, great, get ready to talk about Cats. And I went like that, and I pulled the Blu-ray and I pulled it up. And then Dan Merle, who was in the Zoom, said, Jeff, I got to ask you, what's going on in your life that you have cats at arm's reach?
Amazing.
And it's a very good question.
I really want to talk to if there's anybody I want to talk cats with, it's Dan fucking Merle.
At least for Drive Anger, I had to go to the other room. You had cats right there.
I had cats right here. Right here.
Do you know my favorite cat statistic though, Jeff?
No. What's your favorite cat statistic?
So Phantom of the Opera and Cats were written by Andrew Lloyd Webber within 2 years of each other. Within 2 years.
Yeah, but remember, Phantom of the Opera also had lots of like lawsuits and shit because he like stole a lot of the good stuff. And you could tell what happens when he doesn't have the stolen good stuff to get Cats.
Because that's where the cocaine happens. Like,
I get it. Like yeah, Cats is the ritual of chud for Andrew Lloyd Webber.
But so is so much of Phantom of the Opera.
Bustopher Jones is the space turtle for Andrew Lloyd Webber.
But then who is Jenny Any Dots?
Jenny Any Dots? Jenny Any Dots is
a fucking national treasure. That's who. That's a Rebel Wilson.
Which nation? Australia. Oh, good question. Who is
She's
she?
a beast of no nation.
No, that's Idris Elba. Now you're making me want to try and figure out who Jenny Any Dots is in the realm of Stephen King.
I would say, like, if you're going to the novel for Needful Things, right? Mm-hmm. Anybody familiar with Needful Things?
I know of Needful Things. I've never seen it or read.
There's this lady who gets these like cat eye sunglasses, and she gets to sexually fantasize and like basically have robot sex, like psychedelic sex with Elvis. Like, it's a weird thing.
Good for her,
right? That's Jenny Any Dots. For Stephen King, it's a stretch, I know way too much.
Jenny Any Dots is?
Which I was gonna ask which cat's Jenny Any Dots?
Jenny Any
Any Dots?
Jenny Any Dots.
That's Rebel Wilson. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, you know who Jenny Any Dots is? It's not a Stephen King character, and I have my reasoning for it. Jenny Any Dots is the disguise that Arnold Schwarzenegger uses in Total Recall as the old woman.
Fuck.
I don't remember what that looks like.
Because both of them just open up to reveal someone else underneath.
Oh my god. That's really good.
Jenny Anydots is the Vincent D'Onofrio of MIB.
It's
'Cause
D'Onofrio.
you could she's just wearing a skin suit.
Like when you see an apostrophe for it's, do you say it's? It's D'Onofrio.
What
You
did I say?
uncalled D'Onofrio?
No, I definitely said D'Onofrio.
No, you did not.
Oh, well, I meant to say
This is
D'Onofrio.
recorded live.
All right, cool. Let's go back. Let's check
Let's
the tape.
fight. Let's fight, motherfucker. Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Let's fight on the internet. Well, we're losing our shit here on What the Show. And I made a promise that I made good on. I'm making good on right now. Even though this guy apparently
that's
thinks
it.
Boondock Saints is better than Con Air. We're bringing on Mr. Joey Boros.
What is up?
Joe, how you doing tonight?
Boondock Saints is better than any movie ever made.
See, there's a mute button that still works. For the audio listeners, we're just going to talk about how Troy Duffy was this bartender from like a random Irish pub in Boston that
he was a
thought,
musician.
"You know what? He's also a bartender." I thought that's
He went out to make a CD, ended up
Most
making a
musicians
movie.
are also bartenders.
I mean, most
Yeah.
actors also, if we're going to be honest with ourselves. Most directors too, until they make
Or
it big.
servers of some kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I didn't meet you this time, and I didn't unmute you the first time. It just reminds me that like Juice and I
didn't want to chew in the mic.
I'm looking up
Are you eating a
who's Troy
Slim Jim?
Duffy.
What are you doing? Are you eating a Slim Jim right now?
No, it's
What
a
are you
pretzel
eating?
stick.
Oh, I
So
couldn't
what?
Pretzel stick.
Okay.
Hmm.
So
tell. Is it good?
Oh, it's delicious. It's good for soaking up the alcohol that's sitting in my stomach.
Especially all the salt.
Wow.
yeah,
It's awesome to see you on a weekday on this late at night.
Yeah. Since I moved, I haven't been working, which really opens up my schedule a lot more than waking up at 4:00 every morning.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Big swing. Big swing.
So,
Mhm.
Joe, you know the cast of Paw Patrol for the upcoming movie?
Paw Patrol?
Yeah, the Paw Patrol movie.
I didn't know they had a movie coming out. I'm an expert at Paw Patrol, though. Seeing as I have a 5-year-old child, I know all about the Paw
Great
Patrol.
segue.
You have a child, though, right?
I said, seeing as I have a 5-year-old child,
Yeah.
I'm an expert on Paw Patrol.
So I'm gonna read off some of the top billed cast for you, and I want you to react. And I'm gonna start with like not the first person that you see when you Google this. I'm gonna start off at the bottom, actually. Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel's in it. And I don't know any of these characters, so I'm going to tell you the characters. And since you have a child, we're going to see if you have reaction to the character. Jimmy Kimmel as Marty Muckraker.
I don't know who that is.
Dax Shepard as Ruben.
Also, not somebody's ringing a bell.
Randall Park as Butch. Do you know Randall Park, or do you
I know Randall Park. I don't know Butch.
Tyler Perry as Gus.
I know Tyler Perry. No idea who the fuck Gus is.
All right.
Guessing he's not going to
Gus
be
is gonna
redhead.
come on stage and just go like, "Hello."
And Kim Kardashian as Dolores.
You know what?
I didn't realize they were doing
voicing new
ass
characters.
shots. Yeah, I didn't know they were doing ass shots in the movie, but
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll pull up. I'll try and pull up gifts for all of our characters, but
That's one
Yes.
thick dog.
It's not a Tyler Perry movie, Will McLean. It's a Tyler Perry joint, and it's called Paw Patrol.
oh, this is Paw Patrol. This is about a strip club, and bouncers not letting you touch the strippers. Sorry, different film. I wasn't thinking of that.
Okay. Ain't no rules saying the dogs
So-
can't touch.
I'm so confused as to like what movie is actually coming out.
No. They don't want the strippers to get fleas, Juice. They want to keep you away from the strippers. The dogs.
And
There are no rules that say a dog can't play basketball, but there are rules that say dogs can't touch the strippers. That's a bona fide situation.
I need to get a hold of some people. Like
There is actually look. This isn't going to be the first time that Tyler Perry has voiced an animal in animated film.
Also, won't be the most ridiculous movie Tyler Perry's ever made.
No, I mean, have you seen literally any of the other ones he made?
They should call it Medea Goes to Paw Patrol, and just
Tyler Perry's made some great movies. Fuck y'all.
You're right. He's also made some shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like
so. Let's talk
the
about
ones that
Ron
were
Howard
great
and
ones-
Hillbilly Elegy. Tyler Perry, fight in my book. Ron Howard made Hillbilly Elegy.
I mean, Ron Howard made a lot of shitty movies like Solo.
Yeah,
So
we're not
it's
going
fine. It's too forgettable to be shitty, which actually might be a worse sin. Like I like things in it, but I can't tell you anything about it. Which is,
I mean, Troll 2 is a
worse.
terrible movie, but it's one of my favorite movies of all time.
I fucking love Troll 2. They're eating her, and then they're gonna eat me. Oh my god!
You see
One of
this?
the best
You
things-
see this? You know what I'm
It's not
doing?
the
I'm going to
sequel
tighten my
Troll.
pants, and I'm going to tell your mom and sister to do that too, because we have no food to eat.
It's
Really.
not even a real sequel to Troll. It's just its own.
It exists in its own vacuum, as vacuous as it is.
I wish I had seen some of those movies with like riff tracks. Like I went and I saw like Monos, The Hands of Fate with riff tracks,
Ooh.
which was great because I don't know how else I would have been able to watch Mono's Hands of Fate without commentary to explain why there's several minutes of just driving with no dialogue, nothing going on. And it turns out the filmmakers just forgot to plug in the opening credits.
So Jeff, they actually do a countrywide tour
No, I know. Yeah,
of
yeah.
Troll 2, where it's just a bunch of people in the theater. Like they do like cult watching longs.
Nice.
And that's what I want to do. I just want to sit there and get shit-faced with other people who realize how ridiculous the movie is, but love it anyway.
The only like movie
I want to
like
do that for the room.
Can we try to
exactly
convince
what I was
the
gonna say.
action guys to do a
I've seen
Troll
The
2
Room.
watch along?
I've seen The Room in theaters for a Fathom Events presentation. I saw it because what was it? 2017 was December 2017 was when The Disaster Artist came out. I saw The Disaster Artist in theaters. I'd already seen The Room by that point. I've also read The Disaster Artist too, and by that point, and then that January after I saw The Disaster Artist, The Room was going to be in theaters in the Fathom Events thing, like one night or two nights all over the country. So I went and I got to see it. And the best part was I had heard about it. I didn't realize just how intense it was. How you've heard about the spoons, right?
Mhm.
Have you
There
heard
is
about
no
the spoons?
spoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoon
Joe, have you heard
theory.
about the spoons with The Room?
There is no spoon.
So when they bought the set decoration for like to build this to build out the set with all the furniture, he bought all these picture frames, so that like because it's in a home, it's in a house, so there'd be picture frames, right? He didn't put pictures in the picture frames, so it still had the stock photos in all the picture frames, and all the picture frames just had photos of spoons in the background of every scene.
First of all, what stock picture frame company puts spoons in their fucking photos?
I don't know, someone in San Francisco or whatever.
But Jeff, can we please try to convince the action guys for the next watch
Absolutely.
along to do best worst movie?
Yes, 100% we should.
Yeah.
So in the theater, when there's this thing that when those picture frames are in view and you can see it, people yell spoon and they chuck plastic spoons at the screen. There were a lot of spoons at the end, and I'm like, oh well, I feel bad for all the people that just have to come in and clean all the spoons up.
Joke's on them. The theater got free spoons.
And
Them
that's
down
how
and
they
use them again.
Saved
that's
a
how
lot
I
of
eat
money.
my popcorn.
Dippin'
is with the
dots
movie
from
theater
the-
plastic spoon popcorn. Boom.
A little bit of water, a little bit of soap, good as new.
Damn.
This is what we call
So-
upcycling.
That's gross. I saw a TikTok earlier because I don't like use TikTok to make them, but I do watch all sorts of TikToks.
I like
'Cause I'm fine
TikToks.
with people. Yeah, and
Orange, mint.
I saw like a guy that's just watching people that are like super cheap. Someone who was like explaining how they like clean and reuse their own floss.
No, Jeff. I need to stop you there because that's hurting my teeth, and now I need to floss just because my teeth are hurting. The only thing I like on TikTok is the cooking things, where you see the dudes reacting to people making shit, and they're like,
Oh, you mean like Gordon Ramsay, like watching people
"No,
do
fuck
stuff?
Gordon
and then,
Ramsay." I'm talking about like funny people.
Oh yeah, funny people doing it too.
And then watching people make things. Like somebody made they took a Lunchable. I mean, not a Lunchable. What the fuck are they called? The peanut butter jelly sandwiches?
Uncrustable?
They took an Uncrustable. They poked a hole in it.
Uncrustables.
They fried it, and then they rolled it in sugar and cinnamon, and they made it into a donut. And I was
Like a PB&J beignet?
yeah. And I was like, my mind
By
exploded.
the way, speaking of PB&J, because I think we talked about this the other day, I had my very first peanut butter and jelly bacon cheeseburger the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when we were talking about that, there's this place here in Philly called Lucky's Last Chance that's known for their peanut butter bacon burger.
I will
And
say,
so I was like, yeah, I'll try
jalapeno
it.
jelly next time.
So they provided their own homemade jelly that
I prefer KY.
and it was
You would. That jelly would.
Yeah,
that
I
burger
know.
would never reach you now.
Hands down.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. When I was eating it by itself, it didn't have ketchup or anything, so it was just bacon cheeseburger, and it happened to have some peanut butter on it. So it was tasting weird, but kind of like interesting. Excuse me. Oh my god.
Still burping it up.
He didn't put it to it.
I decided to try it with the jelly. And much like KY, that jelly definitely helped it go down quicker.
It lubed it down your throat. I get it.
It definitely made it go down easier.
I hate that worked.
Any alcohol will actually help with that also.
Of anything that you've ever
done
bumped and I've set, I hate that spike.
Speaking of things that make things easier, this show is, of course, any donations that come in are going to charity to make things easier for someone else that isn't us.
Yeah. And donations to What the Show / tip on Streamlabs do 100% go to benefit the Trevor Project this month. And regardless if you're watching this, if you donate or not, I'm so sorry. So sorry, Jeff.
So sorry.
So sorry.
I forgive you. I'll think about it. Great. I just fucking saw that. Are you only doing it when I look down now?
What?
We still got this.
Okay.
I missed it.
The fact that my photo is still the background of this video.
I didn't want it to be like cropped up like that. I wanted it to be like just the small version.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Somehow
never apologize to Jeff, because Jeff will never apologize to you.
True.
Great.
Nilbog.
Fucking cheddar monster.
Nilbog is goblin spelled backwards.
Whoa.
Okay, so
Juice, you have nearly 200 views on your Finstock Exchange keytar.
That is a shame and a fucking. That is a disappointment. Everybody watching this video, make sure you go watch that video, because Juice is a fucking legend.
we will not stop the stream until these 8 viewers go down to 0, because they are all watching the Juice right now.
I don't share like niche things like that. Just
we went down by 1
throughout my own personal Facebook, so probably would get more. But I just
so what you're saying is that's niche, but like the Foreigner Cold as Ice cover is not niche.
Well, that was
which
Patreon.
has almost half as many views.
That's true. Well, right, and that's just relying on the views of the
But it is shared. It is shared for
Facebook.
everyone. Oh, goodbye, Will. You said you wanted everyone to go.
Bye forever.
Bye.
One of my favorite people who support us and hang out
Your
with
Mortal
us.
Kombat theme got over 1.2. I guess 1,200. It says 1.2K. Over 1,200.
1.2 million.
Juice,
1.2
have you done the
billion.
Beverly Hills Cop theme song yet?
That's literally like a month ago actually.
I need to watch that.
Oh yeah, it's Axel F on guitar.
Axel F on guitar.
Did you do it?
The title's confusing.
Did you do it in the key of F?
I think it is in the key of F.
I'm glad that you. I'm glad that you did a cover of the best song by Journey, "Separate Ways."
That was actually my Patreon request,
and it was the best. It was fantastic.
Anybody who
I'm sorry for tonight. Do a cover of that on
Fuck.
guitar.
Oh fuck! If anybody in the chat, if you don't donate $20 to Justin the Juice's Patreon, he will do a song cover, and you can make that begrudgingly happen on every party's account. I do not want this to happen. I'm not endorsing it. It should never be a thing. However, if it is a thing, I will probably receive a message from Justin saying, "The fuck, man."
I'm sorry for tonight. No,
And
it is,
for that, I am sorry.
Fantastic song.
Don't sing it, please.
No, I just. Yeah, that sounded like
you
I was
only
making
play.
fun
You
of it,
don't
but-
sing. One of the best parts about you playing is that you don't have to open your mouth.
Yeah,
So.
I do sing on a couple of them, but
That's true. I've watched a
Memory.
handful of them.
The Cats theme.
You know, we might be able to talk to Ben and have him sing over your guitar. I just say, I think all of us know him well enough.
What's your most viewed? Oh, your most viewed is when you did Bad Guy.
Bad Guy, yeah, that was.
Did you do the whole? I've checked this out.
Well, this.
Can we react to it?
This, I guess.
You don't want to get it taken down, do you?
No, it's not. No, it's not copyrighted because
it's his song anyway.
I only use the vocals.
And you actually wrote that song.
Yeah, I don't
That's
think
what
you
people
get
don't know.
copyrighted for something that you already posted.
Hold on.
Oh no,
it's
it is
fine.
copyrighted, but that's whatever.
I mean, hold on. Let's
We
see.
can play it.
Bad Guy metal version Juice.
And this was
He's
perfect.
gonna give you metal juice.
This was April 4, 2020. I released this, so it was like
420, bro.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
think about
April
that.
4th, 2020.
Bruh.
So
It's
it
your
was like
most viewed video.
it was like
ever.
2
420,
weeks
bruh.
into.
Sharing my
Well,
screen.
John Getz, our friend on the East Coast, and some of you are as well. Technically, I'm sorry about this morning now.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I shouldn't
Oh,
be-
it's only 12:14.
That's for the
It's
morning
still light.
after.
Ready?
Oh boy. This is. I am playing all the instruments
Okay.
except for the drums, which I actually can play.
You're just swinging a stick at the drums.
Yeah.
White shirt, now red, my bloody nose sleep.
One of my favorite T-shirts.
On your tippy toes,
I got MTV tank tops.
This song is seriously fucking awesome. Though. Can we just say that?
It's the best.
I've never heard this song before.
Don't say thank you, oh please, I do what I
You might recognize it, the chorus.
wanting to, my soul, so cynical. So you're a tough guy, like you're really rough guy, just can't get enough guy, just always a
If you've been to an open mic since the song has been released, you've heard it from somebody with a mustache.
I haven't.
I'm the bad
Who's not
guy.
Juice.
Duh.
Duh. Oh my god, it's so good.
This is where the metal kicks in, kind of.
I like they change shirts too.
I'm not bossy, I'm the boss.
Is that a dolphin shirt?
Look at that face. Look at your face. You are trying hard.
Yeah, it's not clear. I can't actually play any of these instruments, but
You have a good estimation.
So you're a tough guy, like you really rough guy. Just can't get enough guy, just always a puff guy.
By the way, the drums are in the Collider Live studio. That is the same padded wall.
That's that soundproofing.
I'm the bad guy.
duh.
He's a rough guy. He's a tough guy.
I'm the bad guy.
He's gonna play it rough
Dude.
guy.
Tyler,
Duh.
See if anyone catches what this
This
is
is
here.
a tight t-shirt that you're wearing there.
typo neg vibes.
No, I'm typo positive, Tyler, but thank you.
Oh.
Duh.
Duh.
Anybody ever said this about anything I've ever done? Asked to borrow a clove cigarette from me outside the venue.
I'm really curious what people worry about your blood type, AJ. That seems a little weird.
I'm really worried about your. Love you.
I kind of
It's
have
true.
some of it coming back, so it's not entirely different.
That's juice from an evil alternate timeline.
Yeah.
That's juice from the dark timeline.
From the darkest timelines.
Yeah.
You gotta be specific.
That was
I mean,
juice
we're-
before the juice.
In a
We're
world where
obviously in the
multiple
dark-
juices all exist at once.
I mean, everybody's watching the show. You guys have seen the darkest timeline. We're in it.
That's PLD's timeline. There's one mustache to rule them all. It's juices.
Yeah,
Sure.
pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how's everyone's night going?
Oh, it's been an evening.
Yeah, spin.
Yeah, it's been.
Oh, fuck. Shit, that bitch.
Hasn't been that bad, but
that bitch lost her shit. She has a splitting
It's
headache.
not morning, damn it. John, you're wrong. It's about to come up there on this one there. It's not morning yet, John.
I ain't mourning shit. Except that woman who just got her head beaten open by Jason. And we should all mourn her 'cause she got tossed to that clock.
Only 11 by me.
yeah.
I mean, it's
12:18.
12:18 here. I'm on the East Coast. It's morning if
Yeah.
we're like Maddie. For Maddie, it's morning.
Yeah.
Be 5:18 in the morning.
Yeah, it is. I mean, hey, that's true. It could go forever. I mean,
Yes.
it could go on a long time. I mean,
We
there's
had
nothing-
no
there's
ideas going into this. We have
Yeah.
no movie news to talk about. I'm really
Hey.
sorry if you come here. If this is your music news, either or. If this
No
is your
movie?
news source of any sort,
Can
Actually,
we
I am
give,
so sorry.
Can we give predictions for Loki, which is coming out in like 2.5 hours?
Oh,
it
shit!
is.
Yeah,
Does anyone
People
have
just
any?
here because they need something in the background for noise before Loki. I'm once again sorry. Loki prediction. Let's go.
I think he's gonna travel through time. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, shit.
I tried to completely avoid because like the one time I like watched a show I watched or when I was watching Westworld the first season, I was like, I want to like know everything that's going on. So I'm like, I watched like all the after shows and all the predictions, and they predicted like whoever ended up being the
Everything.
bad guy or and it was like, so it just ruined the show.
That's
and then I like
based on a book.
See, for Westworld, I made my predictions, and I was really pissed off when Yul Brenner wasn't there.
but like it can ruin the show if like you're just all the
Fuck John.
So
John,
try
you're
and
not
avoid
spoilers.
Hey,
No
hey,
spoilers.
There's
John.
actually like a special
that was unnecessary,
like
John.
amount of like what sucks about it with Westworld. I enjoyed the first season of Westworld. Most of everyone's predictions and everything that they were guessing about, like it happened exactly as they predicted from all the theorizing. So I went to E3 in 2018, And I attended the Coliseum panel that they had that had Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy discuss Westworld season 2. And one of the things that they discussed was how during season 1, people were able to like just predict everything, and because they were like talking so much and theorizing and like discussing until they figured it all out. So then they paid attention to everyone. They went online and like they wrote trying to make it harder for people to theorize and guess. So they wrote Westworld season 2 trying to feel like they're trying to be smarter or more difficult to figure out than season 1. And that's why everyone was like, well, I give up now.
Welcome to Game of Thrones season 8.
No, that was just them fucking.
We're done.
There's so much shit that happened there.
I actually didn't mind it, but I don't think it was as bad as everybody else did. But they said after the Red Wedding they wanted out, but towards the end they try to subvert everybody's expectations about everything.
Yeah,
it's like that's the worst way to write a fucking series. Just write the series the way you want it. Don't try to change it based on what other people say.
It's more than just that. They also like they knew like the outline.
Right. They knew George's outline.
How to get to the end. They knew his outline, but they also knew like bullet points. They didn't have like all of like the main ways to like get there. Then they changed things along the way from what was in the book, so it changes what the journey is like in the show as a result.
That's with Lady Stoneheart.
And the problem was what they wanted to do was they had their destination and they worked backwards after they already worked forwards.
Right.
So they ended up, rather than building out the journey to make the destination be reflective of the journey, they made the destination and then just sped through creating a journey to get to it. And that's what
I just wanted zombies, bro.
And they didn't even fucking care about it. Like that final episode.
No, I mean like Lady Stoneheart zombies, not.
Yeah, I know. No, I get that. But I mean, like in general, the zombie stuff, that was the stuff that George R.R. Martin cared least about. Like that he said that he didn't.
It could have been like 12.
He cared least that he
didn't care about. He didn't care about the other zombies, but like Lady Stoneheart.
That's separate. I'm
the
talking
Night's
about the other,
King.
Yeah.
But even then, like the history behind them, the thing that they cut out was the lore and all like the interesting parts of it.
They cut out.
They just had an undead horde,
bare bones,
right?
Shoot people forward.
That was the worst part of it. The rest of it, the lore behind it,
fucking matter. They did stuff to the end that made that actively
right. They cut out whole episodes and shit.
It actively harmed the journey.
Because the story
destination didn't matter.
The story of the Night's King is supposed to be the story of the Night King, the brother of a Stark, who went to the Wall, and it's supposed to parody the modern situation.
None of that fucking mattered. Yeah, exactly.
They cut that all out.
That mattered.
That would have been so much better. It would have been a way better story.
Meant nothing.
Didn't matter at all.
None of that.
I
shit
feel
meant
like
anything.
Right. I feel like they should have like. Because you think like when you make a TV show, your goal is, as far as like a producer, like executive standpoint, is I want this show to run as long as possible and be as successful as possible. And when it was at its peak and the creators were like, we want to be done, let's just close this out in 2 seasons.
Creators,
they should have just been fired and
stop a second. The creators wanted out at the Red Wedding. That's what they wanted.
Right, so they should have been fired and then bring in
HBO wouldn't do it without them. HBO forced
passionate.
them to keep going. They literally.
If you guys are talking Game
They're
of Thrones,
so
I can
stupid.
probably disappear for another 5 to 10
All right.
minutes.
Anyway, so my whole point. So my overall point, though.
No, we're done.
With bringing up Westworld, and then bringing it back to that point I was making before. But so Schmodown Rundown. Who here listened to like the original Schmodown Rundown when it was like Ryan Snelling and not Jay somebody? It was like Ryan Snelling and like Brian D or something, or Brian Davis. Did anyone listen to that?
I thought that was the After Schmo,
or the original After Schmo.
Yeah, that was different. But yeah,
you're talking
Schmodown thing.
You're talking about the Schmoes No After Show.
Yeah. But then they did a Schmodown version, I think, or maybe not.
Yeah,
maybe not.
no, there definitely was an original version of Rundown before what it then became. I never listened to them, but I know of it.
Oh, okay.
Why?
But that guy, the one guy that like got like fired and like there's a whole weird thing. But he kept talking about how like Lost got ruined because the internet came together and predicted the ending or predicted like tons of stuff.
That's my least favorite thing in the world. I can't believe that creators changed their shit because other people could predict it.
So since then, right, there's like the whole internet culture of like predicting. Like with Mandalorian, I try and like keep away from as much people talking about it as possible. Granted, with Mandalorian, it's a little different because like it's just Favreau and Filoni geeking out, so like there's no source material that can be like, well, this, that, the other thing. But
everything else.
I'm not a big fan of like I don't want to predict. Like I want to have no expectations for when I'm gonna watch a show.
When you
I'm on the other
was
side.
Fired. What are you talking about? When fired? Are you talking
I
about
love
in
predicting.
the rundown?
It's about
The guy
Schmoes isn't there anymore.
With back, there's
It's a whole thing. I don't know
Okay.
if you really want to get into the whole.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. I love predicting. It's my favorite thing to do. I hate people prognosticating to the point where if things don't go the way they want, then they fucking lose their shit.
Correct.
I think predicting shit is fun. I think trying to throw out theories, and I think that's fun. That's part of why I like weekly to weekly shows instead of all binging things at once. I just think that fan culture has become obscene. I think people are too entitled. They think that things should go the way that they predicted it. Otherwise, it's bad. And that mentality is stupid. Not only just stupid, it's detrimental.
And that's why I do this thing. When a new Marvel show or Star Wars or anything like that comes out, I make my most ridiculous fan theories and well known in like the many group chats that most of us are all in. So when John Getz mentioned when we were talking Loki, also, have you guys talked Ratchet and Clank yet? No, we have not. But I have a theory about Loki, and it's Ratchet and Crank. So, hear me out on this one. So, fuck you. So we're gonna get Emma Paulson in this series of Loki as Nurse Ratchet, and then we're gonna get Crank. We're gonna get Tom Hiddleston on the Crank drug.
We're not gonna get Jason Statham.
Robert Paulson. We're gonna get
Jason Statham won't be in the Crank part.
His name is Robert Paulson.
His name is Robert
Meatloaf.
Paulson.
We need Meatloaf in this bitch.
And that's how you do a movie theory.
No.
Oh,
that's
shoot.
C2A's fast
What was
food
I gonna
fucking
say?
bracket. Can you
Oh, what
never
was I
show me that again? I get so upset. Nothing bothers me more. That's fine. I mean, I love
We
the
can do
Jeff
that all
Goldblum
night.
titties.
All night.
That doesn't bother me. C2A's fast food tier list. That upsets me deeply. In here.
So I did watch a movie that I can't actually talk about on this show because it may or may not have been created by somebody that's blacklisted by us.
What movie?
But I watched a very recent movie
Was it the same backwards and forwards?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
so
is this
Tenet,
about
right?
Yeah.
So here's the thing about Tenet. It doesn't make any sense, but I never saw 9 it or 8 it or anything going back to the first ET. There was 9 movies in that series.
What?
Between when there was aliens and then there was time travel.
No, I get it, man. When I saw Mile 22, I
Mr.
was
Hork?
pissed I hadn't seen the previous.
Mr. Ark?
Yeah.
I want
8 Mile, I was like,
I want the mental gymnastics of ET to Tenet. I just want to do that.
Yeah, like when they made I Am Number 4, I'm like, well, what happened to the first 3 numbers?
Yeah.
I've seen the net.
That's explained in the movie. That's
Wait,
explained.
AJ, I've seen the net. I never saw the sequels until Tenet.
Okay, the net would be a way better one, actually.
I missed all the
net
middle
would be
ones.
way better than ET.
and with the books, I Am Number 4. The next one's Power of 6. It's like they just skipped the whole movie.
And
they don't know
Apollo,
math. I was told there'd be no math.
You could be working with like 36. You could be working.
Is Tenet just like a mashup crossover of The 10 by David Wayne and E.T.?
Yes.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but
I don't know either. Let's do it.
All right, so the 10 is a film
Stop
by
being
David
smart,
Wayne.
Jeff.
David Wayne is the guy who he's made like Wanderlust, and they came together, and and he made all the Wet
They
Hot
came
American
together.
Summers.
Is that a porno?
No, but you think
It's all about timing, AJ.
and
It's like one of those couples.
Just
pornos.
like Tenet, it's all about time.
For people who love each
is
other.
like it's like the Wet Hot American Summer people made a movie about like interpreting the 10 Commandments. It's called The 10, so TEN, and then ET, so Tenet, 10 ET. That was.
It's all about touching your neighbor's wife.
I just gotta say, Wonder Woman 1984. I could not keep up with that many installments in 4 years. John Getz, you
AJ, I think we clicked that at the exact same moment.
I mean, I get it.
Why is
Dracula
it John
2000,
Getz
that was
on the
wild.
stream
I
right
can't
now?
believe that they made
I-
1,999
He's gotta donate.
other versions.
Well, I think that John Getz and Jeff and Joe, I think that everybody just needs to be in the What the Show private chat. Like, anymore. Not
Oh,
I
my
don't
God.
know how many more group chats I can handle, but sure.
Oh,
But
Jeff,
it's-
you could handle all the chats.
There are a lot of chats. Some of them mention me, and I'm not
a
in them.
little bit of everything all of the time. A little bit of everything all of the
A
time.
little bit of everything all of the time.
A little bit of everything.
Apathy's a
all
tragedy,
the time.
and boredom is a crime.
I'm like a cat.
But I enjoyed the movie, 9 it or 8 it or whatever it was called. I didn't know what was going on, and the worst part was like an hour and a half in, I was
No.
we're wrapping up, and I clicked and there was an hour left, and I'm like, oh boy.
Juice, It is a very different movie.
Have you ever seen a movie? Speaking of Tenet, have you ever seen a movie in a drive-through and just wish that Twister happened?
Like it
'Cause-
happened in real life?
Yeah, because that was
Tenet,
me with Tenet.
a movie about not paying rent.
You know what's crazy is I've watched Tenet at home because I own it on 4K, and then I watched it for the first time owning it on 4K. And I gotta say, I don't think the sound mix would be any different than you watching it in a drive-in.
No, during Twister.
During
the seated Twister.
Okay,
You just
where
keep
the
your
drive-thru
dryer
gets
running.
The action stuff was so loud, I had to turn it down. But the talking was so low, like I'd turn it all the way up and I still couldn't hear the actual talking.
And then I
don't know
watched
if
it
that's
with
my
subtitles,
speakers.
and it
Juice,
still
Juice,
didn't make sense.
Juice, I put the subtitles on. The subtitles said muffled voices. It didn't actually.
You
Wait.
fucking peons. You
I
don't
was
understand
fucking
Christopher
joking.
Nolan, okay? He just wants you to understand that people are saying things. It's not important they're saying. It's just important that they're saying things.
things that make
Come
him
on.
lost.
I'm invested in
lots
this
of
plot
money.
and I'm loving it, but like I'm like I have no idea like what the what's actually
What's
going
actually
on.
happening.
You spent
Who that
too
guy
much time trying to look into it, so they had to reverse it because time
Like-
works both ways, man.
Whoa.
know.
You sound like a guy who smoked weed once in his life.
Never. That's bad for you. I would never do that. That's-
You would totally sell me swag on a college campus.
First of all, I would never do that.
Yeah, you would.
No, I wouldn't. I would never sell bad weed.
Is that wait? Is that an image of Homer with the Team Mystic logo on his shirt?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, nobody likes
Wait.
Team Mystic.
Wait.
No.
Oh,
People don't
somebody
like Team
added that
Instinct.
to it.
People don't like Team Instinct. Okay, Team Instinct. That's the yellow team.
There's
Those are the
only
kids that
one
ate
good
glue in
team.
kindergarten. And that's Valor.
You got it.
Are we all Valor? I'm Valor.
Yeah, baby.
Well, they won.
Team Instinct. That's the team of the kids who like ate glue in kindergarten. And
Yeah.
Back to class.
And
Is that what
Instinct were
that
my
logo
homies?
is?
Instinct.
I don't know, maybe.
Instinct was my homies because they would go and help take down a Mystic gym with you, and then they wouldn't get the gym.
No, it's absolutely not.
Mystic
It's
kids
the
have
blue
never
flame.
been to a
The
gym.
image of Mystic is definitely just Articuno. I just thought a blue flame was that. But now
No,
we're
that's
talking
somebody with blue
Pokemon.
titties.
Oh yeah.
This,
Right.
Everybody's got blue
we've gone
titties from now again.
every possible direction. You just gotta-
You never had a blue titty, bro? What's wrong with you? You never had blue titties? Doesn't make no sense.
No.
Got to work on that. Got to improve yourself.
I'm pulling these up just to remember what they say. Do you like stuff?
Do you like stuff? That's just him pissing.
Why did you take a video of me? Old AJ.
No, that's Jeff Alterman.
Jeff Olderman.
That's another Jeff. That's
Jeff Olderman.
Another Jeff Alterman.
He's living like the
no, not
through
Alterman.
the time in
That's
Tenet
Jeff
right now.
Olderman. The pun work matters. Oh, this was great.
I gotta say, for all the
D2
audio listeners
is
out there,
fantastic.
this is great content.
Yeah. Very
We are
beneficial
making
to those who can only
this
hear.
entire show has been great radio.
Mm.
100%.
Especially the part where you, free of the visuals, were able to hear an automaton play "Careless Whisper."
We got pretty descriptive with that, but yes, that was. That reminds me of the Saxaboom that Jack Black played on Jimmy Fallon. The Saxaboom. Have you guys seen the Saxaboom? Should we close the show with the Saxaboom?
Let me look it up. Is that different than him being the sax man for the Lonely Island?
That might be the.
It's slightly different.
That might have been what led to it.
I'm looking it up.
It's literally slightly different.
So people don't know that I actually look a lot like Jack Black without my sunglasses on and when I'm clean shaven.
You look like what Jack Black used to look like.
Well, not, but like face. So
you look like Jack Black in High Fidelity doing sit-ups.
We have a really similar face. My eyes do the same thing he does. The issue is you guys only ever see me with sunglasses on. So like the correlation with all
Whose
of you.
problem is that?
If you look on TikTok, like if you actually go on there and look, he's on TikTok and he definitely has people that he pays to edit videos for him because he goes fucking hard on TikTok.
It's the best.
With some of the stuff he does.
I've seen you when we talked. I've seen you in concert. Yeah. I've seen you perform.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Please go see Tenacious D in concert. It's unbelievable. And you do a thing with a thing called the Saxaboom.
Yeah.
It's a toy or what?
Well, it's like a saxophone, but it's a saxaboom. It's a different kind of instrument. A lot of people confuse them, but saxaboom is
people confuse them.
Well, because they look similar, but a saxaboom is its own kind of instrument that takes years to master. But yeah, thank you for remembering about my saxaboom days.
Well, I was just wondering if we happen to have one here, could you maybe just show us what it's like?
You don't have a sax. Oh my God!
This is a saxaboom.
Are you kidding me?
This is you know how hard it was to find a saxaboom. Could you show us the magic? Could you give us a little taste?
So
it is rare as a Stradivarius. Yes, I will give you a taste.
I've seen Stradivarius.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm really surprised you didn't have to tune it.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, mother.
So, do you think that this is sound bites that they pay it in, or do you think this is him playing a child's toy really well?
That's him playing it.
Like,
well, that's him.
Wow. The fucking Roots, man. Did Jimmy Kimmel got the Roots to do his fucking talk show 5 minutes a week?
The fact that Black Thought is on any show is the most amazing thing in the world.
Yeah.
By far the greatest hip hop artist of all time. The greatest rapper
He got
ever.
the fucking Roots
He's fucking
on
playing
his
a jam band.
talk show. I'm sorry. He Fallon's amazing on that fact alone. I don't like him.
I don't watch the show. But Black Thought is my number one hip hop artist of all time.
You got the fucking Roots for your talk show band. What fucking reality does that exist in?
I want to know what he has over them. He clearly has
Probably
something
some
on Black
shit.
Dog. He saw Black Dog
Probably a
murder a cop
great
12 years
paycheck.
ago, and he's been holding him.
Probably a great paycheck.
Well, I mean, the paycheck, probably. There's also a world where he's working in the SNL offices and they have the same drug dealer for whatever thing it is. But
Can you get his number?
Whose number?
The drug dealers.
I'm
just curious.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought maybe
Me,
you'd have it.
personally.
I got a guy on Instagram I could shoot you a link to.
Oh,
How
yeah, that
many
works.
drug dealers' numbers do you think I currently have?
I don't know, man. I moved. I went from
gotta
New York to
go.
Virginia. Much harder.
No, this is not judgment. You can tell me a number. Tell me a number.
4.5.
I gotta.
Okay, but here's the thing. How many drug dealers' numbers in New York City that have contact with the Roots and Jimmy Fallon do you think that I have at this moment?
I have 2.
I do not have one. That's the spoiler. I'm sorry to drop the spoiler.
Next, you're going to tell me that Tom Hiddleston's in Loki.
Well, we're going to find out.
Pull up John's comment right there. Pull up John's latest comment. That's never happening. Never getting in.
I would love it.
Whoa, what an original idea. Nobody's ever done that before. Listen, I'm the greatest there's ever been, okay? Nobody's ever going to beat me. Never lost. Never going to lose. Always winning.
I only wear sunglasses because I feel like I legitimately look better with sunglasses on, like in an actual factual statement. But there's some people that
I just feel very tan.
Doing it for just doing it.
The
like,
Chris
I have to do it
Moneymaker
as a bad
ESPN
guy.
poker
No,
effect.
juice. Like some people, they wear the sunglasses like on their streams and shit for like
It's a crutch.
for their matches. They wear for their matches because of like whatever. You do it for the fucking bit, dude.
Wake up, sheeple.
All right.
Yeah. Oh,
Those are
you
small
guys
and-
think
and-
you know
and-
the truth? The
and
truth
these sunglasses
will
are-
bite you in the ass. None of you have ever even understood.
I just answered a 5-pointer.
Listen, I have 4 queens and an ace. So go fuck yourself.
The sunglasses are
you little
cheap proof
bitches.
because you can see what is on the screen. So
Listen,
like,
I can answer
cheaters,
all the questions as
I
long
can't
as
have
my
a list of
hands
I can't
are
have a
down
list of
here.
John Travolta movies up.
Listen, if my hands don't have to be on screen, I will never miss a question, okay? I will get them all right as long as my hands are down here. It's a fact.
I'm so sorry. There's 4 people watching. They didn't catch that shit.
It's still out there.
Show it to anybody. Show it to anybody who won't be a fucking narc.
Narcs? Fuck narcs, bro.
Joe is totally out of the loop here.
So I think we end this show and then we tell Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I don't know if Joe. Okay, yeah,
Joey
over.
Boros. Joe, where can people find you?
Right there.
At
Twitter.
Joey M. Boros on Twitter. That is a promise on any YouTube chat as one of my favorite people of all time for the longest time in this community. Jeff Alterman, where can people find you? Please do not give an address.
Right there. In any high school yearbook.
You can find me.
Jeff?
My Twitter. Wrong Jeff.
Jeff? Not Jeff. Jeff?
That's wrong Jeff.
Jeff enough.
Oh, we need my name is Jeff Giff.
This is my channel.
Yes. My name is Yes.
Please subscribe to it.
At Shmow Me the Money.
Show Me Money. We do shit. We're gonna have Kelsey Kirkland on tomorrow. When we do our Loki shows. And that'll be fun. She's gonna be around a bunch of different channels in the next week talking Loki, but we got her first, which means fuck you guys for getting our sloppy seconds. All right, go Juice.
I don't know if Kelsey's ever gonna do a Loki show.
Oh gosh dang it. Your file's too large. I am
What she said.
Juice Stamos, and I am here to rock and roll and watch The Ringer and make Jeffy and I eat apple references.
Are we gonna do a watch along of The Ringer now?
I think we should.
I own it. I own it on DVD.
I am in
DVD,
not
Blu-ray.
not even a streamed one. Just watch.
Let's just hang
No,
out.
I don't think we should do a stream one. I think we could only do it watched.
That should.
I definitely
Yeah.
don't think it should be streamed, but I want in
Yeah.
on this.
No.
So if you're catching this on the replay and you want to join in a The Ringer watch along with Jeff, Juice, Joey, and I, DM me at Lancaster_AJ on Twitter. We will give you the link and hang out and watch that with you. I'm so sorry. This has been What the Show, and y'all have a great
Jeff,
great
my
night.
name is Jeff.
And it's 9 o'clock on a Saturday.
It's a Tuesday.
Cheers.
Wednesday.